Just like that Washington D.C. where
Yeah.
like we were scenic view.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Pop. How many feet are we? Oh my God, I can be biking up this. Oh my God. I don't know if you should do laundry at the maybe we should have gone south, because that's what the guy said was south to
Yeah.
bike riding. Are there trails here? Oh my God, it's a city down there. Wow, how many feet are you going out? My ears just popped again while we're climbing a mountain, Zach.
Oh.
You can see the fog.
Yeah.
That's what you see. It's like, damn. We're in the clouds.
Damn.
Play 97 won the ticket. Wow, look at there. I'm an island boy. Yeah, man. Give me money. I'm an island boy. I got an island son.
Streaming 97.1 The Ticket from Odyssey.
The opening drive, the Panthers traveled 61 yards in 12 plays, consuming 6:51 off the clock. Sam Darnold, sharp 5 for 5 for 51 yards. Final play was a 32-yard field goal by Lyron Haraluho for the Panthers at the 8:05 mark in the first quarter. The Carolina Panthers on the scoreboard first 3-0. The Saints driving at the Panthers' 31-yard line. It's 4:49 to go. Panthers on top 3-0.
All right, thank you very much, Renee Nadell. So a slow start in New Orleans today for the hometown Saints as they trail by 3 early. Let's go to Neil Scott in Seattle. That one is underway about a little more than 5 minutes gone by in the first quarter.
All right, no score yet. Detroit won the toss. They're going to defer. The Hawks got the first, got the ball first. They quickly went 3 and out. On the first defensive play for Seattle, Bobby Wagner, who's been just absolutely outstanding during the season. I don't think he's missed a single play. He went down with an injury. Looked like his leg slipped out. He was looked at on the sidelines and then went into the locker room. His return is questionable. He has a knee injury. Very short, a lot of different looks. They got as far as the 29. They went for it on 4th and 1, no gain. All back, they are back in business. 7:59 left to go here in the first quarter of play, and there's no score. Seahawks and the Lions.
All right, another big injury today was Ricky Seals-Jones. The Washington tight end had to be carted off after colliding with the cameraman and crashing into the retaining wall in the back of the end zone. So hopefully he is okay, but no further word on his status. Let's go to Bob Stevens in Dallas. The Cardinals are on the board midway through the first. Bob.
Okay, Arizona takes the lead 3-0 over the Cowboys here midway through the first. On Arizona's first possession, they drove 78 yards to 9 plays. It was caught by Matt Prater's 24-yard field. Big plays in this drive by Kyler Murray, a 42-yard pass to A.J. Green, and then runs by Blake George, the wide receiver, of 24 yards, and Chase Edmonds of 14 yards. When the Cowboys had the ball first, they drove it to the Arizona 48-yard line, but then the drive stalled when a holding penalty on Tyron Smith happened, and they had to punt, but then Arizona was able to take the ball down and get the field goal on that. Cowboys have won 4 straight on a roll coming into this game, while Arizona has dropped 3 in a row and 4 in the last 5. Arizona grabs the lead 3-0 here with about 7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
The Cowboys have already locked up the NFC East. The Rams win the NFC West. They won today, so they took care of their part of the occasion, and they also get it if Arizona loses. So they need the win coupled with the Arizona loss, and that will give them the NFC West title. And Philadelphia is still very much alive with the win today to go to 9-7, defeating the Washington football team. So they need a Minnesota loss or a tie, and a New Orleans loss or tie, or a San Francisco win coupled with a Minnesota loss or tie, or Minnesota loss, New Orleans loss, and Atlanta loss. So New Orleans loses, and the Eagles. So pretty good job by the Eagles to come back. They have had a strong second half, rallying after a very slow start, making that coaching change for Nick Sirianni look pretty good right now. But again, still one to go. But a promising first season, at the very least, as Devontae Smith, their first-round pick, among others, paying dividends so far. So Cardinals with a 3-0 lead over the Cowboys right now. As Neil told you, Seattle and the Lions are scoreless. And this certainly seems like it's the end of the road for the Seahawks as we know them. It's been a tremendous run for Pete Carroll. It has been much better than I ever thought it would have been. There are some guys, I always thought that Pete Carroll was just made for the college game, and especially after his mixed results at best in the NFL in his previous 2 stops. You didn't think that this would come about the way it did. But to do what they've done over the last decade in Seattle has been pretty special. And look, sometimes things just come to an end, and I think that's where things appear to be headed for the Seahawks at this point. Russell Wilson is 33, still has a lot of football left in the tank, but the Seahawks have a lot of holes, and it happened very suddenly. And right now, we'll see if this is it today for Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, and Servant and others in Seattle, maybe even John Schneider, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he'll be staying around. That's just my gut feeling, but I could be wrong about that. But the Seahawks at 5-10, I don't think anybody saw this, especially when they gave up first-round pick for Jamal Adams, who, of course, out for the season after shoulder surgery. Let's go to Ryan Leon, Texans and 49ers in Santa Clara. Ryan?
All right, Rich. Well, we're still having that offensive struggle I was telling you about in the last report. Trey Lance has passed the ball a few times.
Josh Scott. Lookout Mountain. How long are we going for?
I told you.
6 more miles?
Are you going to turn around soon?
Yeah. Unless it's going to take us to Dick's.
No.
No? Is there no sporting goods stores?
No.
Where would this end up? Usually the top of the mountain. That's it. I've seen enough. I mean, this is nice. Just, you want to go higher or not?
The storyline for the Broncos is an injury one. Drew Lock, the third-year quarterback out of Missouri,
It's taking
hurt
us
his
right
right
to the
shoulder
sun.
on the last Bronco drive. He went to the sideline, was feeling not confident to be able to come back. It looked like he was having trouble getting his breath. The trainers took him off, so that means that the Broncos are down to their four-string quarterback, and that is Brett Rippon, the third-year man out of Boise State. So the question is raised, if something happens to Rippon, what happens? Could be Kendall Hinton, who will be the emergency quarterback, the wide receiver currently for the Broncos out of Wake Forest. So it's really been a slow first period for the Chargers. Justin Herbert having trouble getting going, only with 3 completions. Austin Eckler, from a running standpoint, has had some success. 7
Okay, next one,
carries
Trey, I'm
for
getting
42
dizzy.
yards.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first period, the storyline will be what the Broncos will do with a fourth-string quarterback. The Chargers looking to capitalize and they have something to play for. They want to get to 9-7. So with the start of the second period coming up, it is the Chargers 7, the Broncos 0.
Brett Rippon, the nephew of former Super Bowl champ Mark Rippon, won with the Ben Redskins almost 30 years ago. The Chargers are a funny team to figure out. You thought after beating the Steelers and scoring 41 points that they were on their way, and they come back and they lose in Denver the next week. Then they go on the road to Cincinnati and had that big, and then withstood the rally and put 41 points on the board against